Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Trisha. I post hair videos, planner tutorials, and pretty much any other video that kind of strikes my fancy. In today's episode of Tuesday Tutorials, which is a series I created to kind of help if you're just starting to navigate the world of digital planning, we're actually going to be covering apps, websites, and programs that you can use to kind of help get into the world of digital planning. So in my last video, which if you haven't seen it, I'll link it up above, and I'll also link it down below in the description box, but I kind of just covered the top 5 things that you need to start digital planning. And this one we're kind of going to go over a little bit more of those programs in depth. So the first category we're going to cover is going to be creating your digital planner and different apps you can use to do that. The first one, which again everybody probably knows, is Keynote, because that's just, I think most people who started out making digital planners started out with iPads. So Keynote is definitely like the number one most recommended. However, really any product that will produce a PDF can be used to create a digital product. So if you're just gonna make singular items, you could actually use Microsoft Word, you could use Pages, you could use online programs. Really, you can use anything and just save it as a PDF and import that into GoodNotes. So if you're just trying to make like a daily page, that could be done on anything. If you're looking to make something that is more hyperlinked and annotated, you're definitely going to want to look at something like PowerPoint or Keynote, Google Slides, a program like that. Essentially, any program that will create a presentation is going to create a digital planner, because when you're first creating a digital planner, you're basically making a PowerPoint presentation and hyperlinking pages back. And then once you export it as a PDF and it saves. You import it into GoodNotes or whatever note-taking product that you're using and go from there. So I'm most familiar with Keynote, and I think some people also use Adobe Illustrator. In fact, there was a tutorial that I watched that was in Adobe Illustrator, but because I was fluent enough in Keynote, I actually was able to follow along. So if you find a tutorial that it produces something that you like, but it doesn't necessarily have the same thing, so maybe you're fluent in PowerPoint, but the tutorial is Keynote, as long as you know how to achieve the same things in PowerPoint that they're doing in Keynote, you could still use the same tutorial to create whatever it is you're trying to do. I think that's all the ones that I could think of off the top of my head, and that I know enough about to want to give you guys advice, because if you got questions and you want to leave them down below, hopefully this will create a community and someone else might be able to help you. I'll try and help as much as I can, but definitely if someone else has more experience with a program like Google Slides, they might be more beneficial to you. What we're going to cover is digital stickers. So I have a bunch of websites and apps to go over in this one, so please don't kill me. The first website I'm going to mention is kind of basic, but it is google.com, because there are so many images that I have found just using Google. And you can separate them into free usage. You can separate them into ones that are copyrighted. You can separate them into ones that have a transparent background. There's tons of different filters that you can put on the pictures. And all you have to do is just Google cucumber clip art or whatever it is you're looking for. And lo and behold, you now have free images. Now, if you're going to sell them, you need to find images that are free and available for use. If you're going to just use them for yourself, you can find really any image that you are interested in and just kind of crop it to make it fit whatever you're trying to do. The second website I would recommend is Lunapic.com. So let's say you're on Google, you found a lovely picture, but it's got this ugly background on the back of it, and you want to dump it into your planner. What you would do is download that picture, upload it into Lunapic.com, and then choose to make the background transparent. And what that would do is basically just delete the background off of that picture. So super awesome, free website, definitely recommend using it. I do it a lot. Not with the images, but just when I'm creating things and the background doesn't get quite as crisp as I want it to do, I will go to Lunapic.com. Another app you can use to make a transparent background is Magic Eraser. Now, I have this downloaded on my iPad. If you watched my last vlog, which was what's on my iPad, I do have this downloaded. However, like I mentioned in that video, I've not had a lot of use with it yet, so I can't say, yes, it's super awesome, or I really would prefer something different. So Lunapic is where I've been going to, and I kind of just go there out of habit. Okay, so the next website I'm going to mention is Canva.com, and this is probably like my most basic website. So when I first started creating things for work, for church, like just creating, I started on Canva.com, and that was because it was free. It's very easy to use, and there's minimal cost. They do have certain elements that you can purchase, but for the most part, the website is free to use and kind of get your feet wet learning about graphic design and about designing things. And then from there, once you're ready to swim into deeper waters, you can head over to another website, and the one that I'm currently using is PicMonkey.com. It is probably my holy grail website. I would say I use this website to create everything. I created all of my logos. I created my intro that you guys saw. I created that, or the images in it, on PicMonkey, and then I finished it on my computer. But I created my intro. I created all of my thumbnails, all of my logos, everything that I've ever done, for the most part, has been done on PicMonkey.com. I do pay for my subscription, so I have the $8 subscription, and I love it. Honestly, I think that it's worth it. You could actually pay, like, I do it monthly, but I think you can do it for the year. But anyways, so I think it's highly worth it if you're definitely gonna pursue digital planning long term. I think it's definitely worth it to get something like, get a subscription to a website, or what's another thing? Yeah, to a website. Alright, the next website I'm going to mention is Unsplash.com, and this one, it kind of can be used, kind of not. So basically, Unsplash.com lets you download free images, and they're pretty much pictures. So if you're looking to create mock-ups, you can download iPad images. If you're looking to create like different specific sticker kits, you can download pictures that all match that theme, and then use those to create your sticker kits. So it's a really great website. I use it for some of my planner sticker kits that I've done in the past, and I'm also working on one right now that I've used a lot of images from Unsplash and also from Pexels. Another great resource for digital planning is a website called Dafont.com. That's D-A-F-O-N-T. And I'll have that link down below in the description box as well. But basically, this website has a ton of free fonts that you can download. They are, for the most part, personal use only, so you definitely want to make sure that you're looking for the free ones, or if you plan to resell, then you want to buy the copyright versions, because I think some of the authors will let you buy a copyrighted version of the picture of the font. But Dafont.com, super awesome website, great to find different funky fonts that could just kind of add a little something extra to your planners. I fell in love with it, and I downloaded a ton of fonts, okay? And like I said, they kind of just give your planner and your stickers a little extra something. So I like that website. Another website that I would recommend is Adobe. So if you are super technical and very design savvy, I would recommend the Adobe suite. I'm not there yet, so I really don't have a lot to offer in way of how that all works, but I do know that a lot of people who are more professional with their graphics do prefer to use Adobe. Now, I personally, like I said, I'm not there yet, so what I can do on PicMonkey and what I can create in Procreate, that's pretty much all I need right now. Once I get a little bit more fancy, we might look at that, but right now, we just gonna stick with what I know. Alright, so the final app I'm going to recommend is Procreate, and I'm going to recommend this with the caveat on it that I would say wait until you are definitely into digital planning before you buy it, simply because it is kind of intimidating to jump into. It does have a learning curve. I'm still on that curve right now. Like I said before, there are so many things that I will do on PicMonkey just because that's where I'm comfortable, that's what I'm familiar with. But there are certain things that I can't do in PicMonkey that I do have to rely on Procreate for. So I do say buy the app once you're familiar with it. I would say once you're ready to move on past PicMonkey, then you should look into purchasing Procreate. But I wouldn't say buy it off gate, like when you first get your iPad or when you first get into digital planning, just because it may overwhelm you and it might turn you off of the world of creating your own stickers. And honestly, creating your own anything is so awesome because it just gives you like this sense of pride that, hey, I created that, I did that. Like, I don't know, I love it. So hopefully this has been helpful. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a thumbs up and a comment down below. If you have any requests, leave those down below in the comment section as well. And I will see you guys in my next video.